What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. And back again, man. Back again. Man, this is a story, man, as you can tell from the title. Man, me and my dog, Crazy Ray, man. Me and my other half. Me and my soulmate, man. Me and my brother, Mr. Crazy Ray Loco himself, from that big bad East Side 53rd Street gang, Avalon Gangster Crib, original South Park boys, man. You know, from the land, as we call South Park, the land, you know. But anyway, yeah, man, me and the homie, man. Now this is a story where the homie wanted to pull a stunt. He really wanted to pull a stunt. And you know what I'm saying? If the homie wanted to pull a stunt, I was down to pull a stunt right along with him. Now, I'm not sure if I told this story before. As I'm thinking, I might have mentioned some things about this story, telling a different story, but might have mentioned some things about the story. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm going to tell it specifically, this part of it, with the detail. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I get out, man. Man, as you can see from the title, man, this is a story about, man, when our parole officer acted like she wanted to separate us. That wasn't going to happen, man. That's bad deal. Bad deal on her part, you know? Anyway, man, look. So straight to the beginning of it, man. Listen. At the time, I used to go with the homegirl Pinky from 116 Avalon. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, that was my girl. So anyway, she stayed right there on 59th, and she stayed on 59th and Hooper, right there in 590, right in the middle, direct smack dab in the middle of 590 East Coast Hood. And so you know, I used to always go over there. Now, y'all remember when I told you when I first went to go see her for the first time, and when I knocked on the door, her auntie answered the door, and I thought it was her. But boy, her auntie was blow the F out. Oh, man. She opened the door. You know, hey, man, I lost my cool. Because when I looked at that, man, this was man, look, no, not for me. Not then. No, not ever. But, you know, it blurted out my mouth first to come out. I know you ain't Pinky. You know, old girl looked at me like caught attitude, which you know she's supposed to, because I let her know in no uncertain terms, no. We know if you are, we not doing this, period. You know? But anyway, me and the homie Ray used to go over there all the time. We used to go over there, go over there. So cause I was messing with Pinky and Ray was messing with a female by the name of Lily from Harlem. She would come over there. So, you know, we over here, and him and Lily, they over there, you know. So, man, one day, I'm over at the Tilt. I'm over her house, and I got a call from my mama. Mom's got in touch with me. You know what I'm saying? Cause she knew the number. So boom, when I get on the phone, I'm like, Mama, what's up? She like, look, you need to come home. I'm like, what's up? She like, a lady came by here and said she was your parole officer. I'm like, no. And I ain't got no lady parole officer. At the time when I first got out, I had a white boy parole officer, and he was way over there in Huntington Park somewhere. Cool as a fan. Man, this white boy told me, say, look, man, I called him on the phone. I never went to see him. I called him on the phone, and he told me, he said, look, I don't care what you do, who you do it to, who you do it with. He said, if you don't call me bugging me, I won't call you bugging you. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. He said, man, I'm supposed to have 50 people on my caseload. I got 90 people on my caseload. I can't keep up with all y'all. Hey, man, I don't care. If the police don't actually call me and tell me you did this, this, and this, he say, man, I don't give a dang what you doing or who you doing it with. Whatever. I'm like, cool, homie, don't even worry about it. Click. You know, I never heard from him again. He didn't call me, and like I said, I didn't call him. And I wasn't studying what the police told him. You know what I'm saying? Because I go on the run in a heartbeat, real fast, 0 to 100, real fast. You know. So anyway, so moms was telling me, yeah, man, yeah, a lady came by here and she said she was your. Oh, but now I think he did let me know that I would be getting another parole officer soon. Went over my head, you know. So anyway, man, when I was talking to mom was like, yeah, the lady said she was your new parole officer. You were supposed to come see her 2 weeks ago. You haven't showed up to her. She say, if you ain't in there today, she gonna violate you. I'm like, what? I ain't know nothing. I knew nothing about it. I know, nobody had let me know I had a new PO. I knew I was supposed to get one, but I wasn't thinking about that mess, man. This was back in the day, man. I'm gang banging, bump that. I'm about this Avalon business right here. I don't care nothing about no parole officer. Period. So I'm like, okay. That's what's up, mama. She say, look, she went in that closet you got in the back. I'm like, what? So, because I still had some clothes that I would keep at mom's tilt. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. She says she went in that closet and that you got in the back. Because the thing is, I would always give them my mother's address as a parole. When I was paroling, I'd always give them my mama's address. But now I didn't stay there. My mama wouldn't let me stay there. I told you, my mama kicked me out at 14 and I was staying with different women every which way. You know what I'm saying? But if they was going to come looking for me, they would come looking for me at her spot. So, and of course, I had some clothes in that back closet in that room. So moms told me that the lady went in the room and went to looking at all my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Now, my stuff was trued up. You know what I'm saying? Trued up back then. So she had the nerve to tell my mama, she say, look, tell him he need to be down to that office today and don't come down here with all this blue on. So when moms told me that, I'm all for real? Oh, really now? For real? Don't come down with all the, man, please. So, okay, I guess she gonna buy me some clothes because I'm gonna wear what I got. Now, I had some other stuff other than blue, but now you don't tell me nothing like that. Talking about, don't come down here with no blue on. Man, Wank, you tripping. Anyway, so when I get off the phone, I tell him, I tell Ray, I'm like, hey, cuz, hey, man, we gotta go. We gotta go. So he like, what's up? I'm like, man, shoot, I got a new parole officer, cuz, and man, the bro been to my mama house looking for me. She say if I ain't in that office today, she gonna violate. He like, all right, cuz, we gotta go. So we would literally, man, me and him was so wild back then. We would leave the Pinky house, we would leave the homegirl house, walk down 59th, hit Hooper, and walk straight down Hooper. Boom. Belly. Now, I had something on me like this. Ray had something on him like that. Wasn't playing with it because we wasn't finna walk down Slauson all the way till we got to Avalon and then bust a right to the 50s, up into the park. No, man, we gonna bail straight down Hooper. So I remember the first time. Now we'd have done it a few times. Well, we did it a lot of times because I remember the first time we did it. The homie, Ray was like, dang, cuz, we just finna walk down. I'm like, yeah, we finna walk down Hooper, cuz. He like, man, that woo hood. I'm like, man, so what? I don't care. We belling. So Ray like, that what's up then, cuz? Yeah, we belling, We would walk straight down Hooper all the way till we got to, if I can remember right, I think till we got to about 54. Then we'll bust a left down 54 till we got to Avalon, bust a right, going to South Park, going to, to the set. So, we were belling. We bailed. Now, what I don't remember, if this was the time, it was the time. This was the time. As we walking, we belling. Now, of course, talking that cash money doo-doo. You talking that tough talk. But now, when we crossed Slauson, going down Hooper, we knew we was in, we was in right, and we in Villain Hood. We in the danger zone. Right there in Villain Hood. So, we walking, but we got our hand on that heat. Man, listen, if a fool would have, man, what, back then, at that time, I'd have felt sorry for a fool that rolled up on us talking about where you from or this whoop whoop wop wham. What? Man, please. You would have got sent to the upper room real fast. Anyway, we belling and a brown Cadillac pull up on us. So right before we could man, what? We look, it's the homie Yab. Yab was coming down Hooper and he was like, cuz, man, what y'all doing walking down Hooper like this? We're like, shoot, cuz, we finna go back to the set. He said, man, y'all gonna just walk through Billy? I'm like, man, we just belling, cuz, so what? You know what I'm saying? We just walking. Get in the car. Boom. All right, we jump in the car with Yab. Boom. I say, look, man, I gotta go to my mama house, man. I gotta go see the parole officer. So he was like, all right, so cool, come on. So we shoot to my mama house. Bink. So now when I get out the car, I go in there, going, mom, hey mama, now what did Brown talking about? What she talking about? So she telling me, hey man, the lady say this, that, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I'm like, all right. I say, look, I'm finna, back room. She's like, all right, go ahead. Whew. Go in the back. I changed what I got on. Wow. Man, I put on all blue. You know what I'm saying? The white, I think I put on some white Cortez Nikes with the fat New York blue shoestrings in them. I put on some blue khakis with a dark blue, light blue Pendleton. Boom. I had the long hair. I got the blue. I got to put the blue barrettes and with the the little balls. Put the balls on. I got the blue barrettes and the balls all around my head. Lokes on. You know what I'm saying? Brownie gloves with the set in them. The whole hookup. You know what I'm saying? Talk about I can't wear no blue. Man, you got me tripping. I'm a crip. You what? Man, anyway. So boom. My mom, when I was leaving out the house, my mom was like, didn't that lady say don't come down there with all that blue on? I'm like, man, until she start buying my clothes, she don't tell me what to wear. She talking about. Now, I did leave the heat. No, I didn't. I took the heat and put it in the car. I'm going to leave the heat in the car. So, jump in the hoopty. Yeah. My parole office at that time. Okay. I was trying to read something. But anyway, the parole office at the time was right there on 37th and Grand by the Four Seasons. Anybody remember, I think, was the Four Seasons a halfway house or something? But anyway, yeah, right there on 37th and Grand used to be a parole office right there. That's where she was at. That's where I had to go. The new spot had the address. Bang. So we mob over there. We ride over there. So we get there. I go up in there. Boom. So I see a parole officer named Big Sankey. Big Sankey man was about 6'6", 6'7", on monster swole. I'm talking about gorilla in the mist swole. He used to, with a long jerry curl, he used to be a counselor when I was in YTS. He was on O&R. He worked on O&R. But now, remember I told y'all a story about how I squirt piss and boo-boo on the gang and them police up there. I had the 5-star system. You get 5 stars, you finna get gas with this Glock Dookie. Out of all of them there, he the only one I ain't never squirted. Now I ain't gonna say I was scared of this big old fool, but now I know he told me one day I'm squirting crazy. I'm on O&R. I was always on the lockup program. He tell me one day, he say, Tune, I'm gonna tell you now. I'm gonna tell you, man, you squirt doo-doo on me, I'm gonna break your back. You a big dude, but I'm way bigger than you. I'm gonna break your back. Man, I'm like, I talk a little trick. Hey, man, you ain't do nothing to me. I ain't scared of you. Woo, woo, woo. But now in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, dang. You know what I'm saying? Man, what? I don't know. But see, the thing is, I ain't never had to squirt him because he ain't never funked out of bounds with me like that. He was cool, man. He used to get me out the cell to go in the day room, play chess with him. You know what I'm saying? All the other police were scared to fool with me. But now, this big old gorilla, he wasn't scared of spit. he'd get me out to play chess. But anyway, all these years later, he done transferred over to the parole office. You know what I'm saying? Prisons and parole and all that. So why he working there? So when I'm like, man, what's up, Big Shaky? He like, man, what's up, Tune? All right, cool. So man, I tell the people who I'm there to see, I go back there and see Lil Mama. So now I look at her, and the first thing she say, did you talk to your mother? I'm like, yeah, I talked to her. That's how I made it here. She said, did she tell you what I said about your clothes? I'm like, she said that you told her something about don't come down here with all that blue on. Yeah, I did tell her that. So I'm like, well, look, if you don't like what I wear, then you buy me some clothes. Other than that, I'm going to wear what I got. So she, she looking, yeah, straight. Yeah, like that. In the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, now what, fool? I didn't like that look though. I ain't the parole officer. But anyway, so she called herself giving me all these, all these rules and regulations and how we gonna do this and how we gonna do that. And, it's gonna go this way, that way, this way. So I'm like, listen to her. I'm like, man, this hoe right here, boy, she's something else. She's something else. So I'm like, yeah, I'm listening to her. I'm like, all right. Which, really what she was talking about, I could care less about because I was not going to do nothing that no parole officer back then told me, period. Man, I'm running these streets. And usually I just take off and go on the run anyway. Catch me when you can. Because I knew my mind was so messed up back then, y'all. I knew I wasn't gonna stay out but a couple of months anyway. That's back then the longest I ever stayed out was 4.5 months anyway. So I always knew eventually I'm going back. I remember I'm on the phone one time and I'm laid up and I'm talking with one of them females I was messing with on the phone. At the time I probably been out about 2 months maybe, 2 months. And so the girl was, the girl I was talking to on the phone, she was like, dang, baby, what she said something about, are you going to start lifting weights again and doing something because you don't look the way you did when you very, very first got out. It was something like that along the line she had said. And I remember my response to her, I was like, man, I ain't worried about all that. I say, shoot, it's almost time for me to go back to the pen anyway. You know what I'm saying? I get big when I get up in there, come back out. And, but right now, to me, that sounds super duper retarded, but that's how messed up my head was back then. That's how messed up my mind was back then. I'd go to jail and do some years and get out and stay a couple of weeks, a couple of months, a few weeks or whatever, and go right back. You know what I'm saying? Like old home week. I wasn't tripping, didn't care nothing about it. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, what it was always going to be what it was going to be, So, anyway, old girl, she running her mouth. So at the end of her running her mouth, she gave me some stipulations. Y'all. She had the nerve to tell me that I got special conditions. Now, it's a lot of dudes get out on what they call high-risk parole, and they give them a whole lot of stipulations, a whole lot of stipulations. So now when I heard this, I'm like, okay, well, what's up? She gonna slide the paper across to me. All the stipulations was wrote down on a piece of paper, typed up and all that, all pretty and fancy. So I'm looking at it. She gonna talk about, can you read? I'm like, no. So she got it. Go to reading it. So, rule number 1, that I was no longer allowed to be in South Park or in the vicinity of South Park. And if the police catch me in or around South Park, I was to be locked up immediately, pending violation. I'm looking at this brown, I'm looking at her, man, and in my mind, I'm like, man, this hoe done went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for real. For real. What? Boom. Then it was like I wasn't supposed to be around no more gang members, no gang bangers. This back then when they first started that You know, you can't be around gangbangers and all that. That's a violation. Man, I wasn't studying that mess. It's stupid rules y'all come up with. Man, we from South Central LA, home of the body bag. Everybody and their mama gang bang. Okay, how you gonna give somebody stipulations? Talk about they can't be around gangbangers. When your mama gang bang, your daddy gang bang, your sisters and your brothers and your cousins gang bang. So what you mean we can't be around no gang members? You telling me I can't be around my family? You telling all these people in South Central LA that they can't be around their family? Cause everybody gang banging, man. It ain't no pastime with us. It's our culture. It's our heritage. It's what we do. You know, man. I had a dude. I had a dude in the comments the other day. I was talking about something about what I said. I said something about 1979. Oh, I think in my last video I was telling him, I said something about I hadn't seen my homies since 1979. And somebody got in the comments and made a statement talking about 1979. Dang, were the Crips even out yet? Were the Crips, whoever you are, if you see this video, man, were the Crips out yet? Have you lost your mind, homie? Man, the Crips been out since the 1960s. We ain't no new booty bicentennial thing. We've been out since the 1960s, homie. Now, anyway, so then you know, it was the next one. She said, namely, I was to not be around Danny Ray Nichols. Do y'all know who Danny Ray Nichols is? Man, that's my dog. That's Mr. Crazy Ray Loco himself. My other half. And woman, you had the nerve to tell me specifically that I could no longer be around Danny Ray Nichols. Man, please, you done look, hey. Not in this lifetime, not voluntarily. So I said, what? Yeah, these your special conditions. It would the broad tell me. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. I hear you. She gonna slide the paper across the desk and talk about sign right there. Man, I'm not signing nothing. She said, what? I said, I'm not signing that. She told me, oh, I see we gonna violate you now. We gonna violate you now. We gonna lock you up. I see now. Yeah. I know what this finna be. That what she said. So anyway, at the time, Sankey walking by. So I called, hey, Sankey. I say, hey, man. I said, man, she tripping, man. So Sankey step up, he's like, what's going on, Toon? I say, hey, man, she tripping. So old girl just go crazy. Hey, don't tell me I'm tripping. I'm your parole officer. And woo, she was a little young broad too, man. Let me tell you, man, you don't never want no young female parole officers. You don't want them when they brand new and they young and they feel they got something to prove and they trying to show all the other older parole officers that they even though they a young female that they bought that life. Man, you don't want that, man. You don't want that. You don't want that. So anyway, we going, so, Sankey like, man, go just sign the paper to me. I like, I signed it. I signed it. I signed it. I say, but now you're going to have to handle your business. I told you, handle your business. I say, because look, check this out. I say, man, I don't know why you give me them type stipulations. I say, because when I leave out of here right now, I'm going to get in the car with Danny Ray Nichols. Yeah. And when we leave, we going straight to South Park. Straight up. That woman looked at me, man, like she looked at me like I had a horn coming out the front of my head. Yeah. She had pissed me off. It didn't dawn on me. I wasn't thinking. I'm like, dang, if she go out and check the car, We got two heats in the car. The homie in the car with the other homie, and it's two heats in the car. But I was mad at this time, y'all. Man, I'm hot, man. I was hot as fish grease. Talking about I can't be with the homie and we can't go to the set. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't. Back in the 80s, no, you can't tell us that. No, we ain't listen to none of that. That's what we live for. This was our life. It wasn't no pastime. This was what we do. It was a job. You know what I'm saying? We had, y'all remember that show back in the day where they talk about the Army? The Army, you know what I'm saying? The Army, you do more before 6 a.m. than other people do all day. Man, we say that too. Yeah, man, the Avalon Crips, we do more before 3 a.m. than other sets do all day, you know? Yeah. But anyway, so she was like, what? I'm like, yeah. She was like, you do. You'll see. When it come back to me, you'll see. You're going back to jail and wop this and wop that. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, whatever. You know, I'm like, you through? Yeah, you can go. So boom, I bounce up, boom. You know what I'm saying? Mobbed out the door. Straight down the sidewalk, got in the car with the homie. Cuz, man, you ain't gonna believe this. We pull off, where we going, cuz, to the park. So now I tell the homie, what's up? I'm like, cuz, man, she say I can't be. And on top of that, this the cold part, y'all. She was Crazy Ray's parole officer too. Yeah. Anyway, she say, cuz, me and you can't be around each other. And I can't go to South Park. He say, what? I'm like, yeah, cuz. She made me sign a paper for some special conditions that I can't be around you. I can't go to South Park, cuz. I told her I'm finna go get in the car with you. We finna go to the park now. So, but now I say, I don't know if she let the police know if they see me in the park or around the park to arrest me. He like, cuz, what you going? I'm like, shoot, cuz, they just got to arrest me, man. I ain't never leaving South Park. No, not for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Come on, homie. All these years, man, my mama been trying to get me to stop banging and stop coming up to this park. You think, cuz, homie, y'all listen to me. If my mama couldn't stop me, what make you think a parole officer was going to stop me? No. So me and the homie go to plotting. We go to plotting. We like, cuz, she got to go. But this was Ray. You know, Ray come up with it. He like, cuz, she got to go. I'm like, she got to go. He like, yeah, cuz, she got to go. I'm like, what we going to do? We gonna smoke her, cuz? He like, yeah, cuz. This is how crazy me and the homie was back then. So now the parole officer, little bitty bro, done got on our nerves. We finna send her to the upper room. We had it all planned out. We wasn't finna do nothing but come back and sit on her and wait. We were gonna wait on her. We gonna come back and wait on her. We gonna come back and sit on her and wait. Boom. When she left, when she got off work and left, we wasn't finna do nothing but follow her. Now, we was thinking, cuz, when we get her in a certain area, what you want to do? Bump her? And when she get out the car, give her the business? Or just pull up on the side and give her the business? So I'm like, cuz, we just pull up on the side and give her the business. We just pull up on the side and give her the business. He's like, bet. This woman don't know how lucky she was. She don't know how lucky she was. We end up, before we can enact our plan, we end up catching a case and going back for a violation. But she don't know that we was on her bumper. I'm talking about look this woman in the face. Looked her in the face like that, y'all. And she don't even know. Boy, she was looking at the Grim Reaper and Hell boy. I don't know where she at today. Don't even know if she's still around. But this woman does not, repeat, I know this woman does not know how close she came to the Last Supper. To the Last Supper, boy. Man, pulled up on that, man, we look, man, you know? Anyway. That was some wild stuff. I believe us catching that case and going back probably saved us from death row. Probably saved us from death row. Because if we would have got caught for that one, Lordy be the case. Lord, but I don't think we would have got caught. Because we was doing a whole, back then, it was so easy to get away with stuff. But yeah, that was that situation, man. The homie came up with a brilliant idea to me, trying to separate us. No, don't try to separate us. We wasn't with that mess, man. You better leave us alone. Anyway, man, that's one of them things. Like I say, I thought I told y'all about that one. But anyway, I probably went a little bit more in depth on it this time. But yeah, man, in the meantime, in between time, man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5-3. Man, look here. Stay above ground, homie. Always do what you got to do, man, to stay above ground. Stay above ground, y'all. You know. So anyway, man, with that, I'm finna bounce. Peace. I'm out, y'all. Subscribe, share, and hit that like, man.